As Jesus entered the village of Nain, he and his disciples met a funeral procession. A widow's only son was being carried for burial.
When Jesus saw her, his heart was filled with horror, and he reached out with compassion and comfort.
Jesus said to her, "Don't cry." And then he touched the coffin and commanded the young man to get up.
Her dead son sat up and began speaking to all those around him. A mixture of fear and joy came over them all, and they all realized they were standing on holy ground in front of the one who has power over death and life. We are Jesus' followers who stand here on this holy ground before the one who can raise us from the dead. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.
As we live our lives, we will experience death and life in big and small ways. One of the truths we trust is that when our actual death occurs, we will rise again because of the power of Jesus Christ who is in him.
Even when I fail you,
admit that we are powerless to confront sin and death. We are caught in the grip of sin, and we can't break free.
We sense our own mortality and confess that without you, our future has little hope. Forgive our sins, grant us eternal life.
God, we give you our thanks and praise, that at the end of the time, we will rise to new life for all eternity because of what Jesus Christ has done for us.
We will rise as on wings of an eagle. No more sorrow, no more pain. We praise you, we worship you.
Let us all pray together. God
God,
of life,
only you have the power to change death into life. By the power of the Holy Spirit, let us be moved with compassion and mercy to enter into the lives of the people around us, people surrounded by death, and be the life of God in Jesus with them. Amen.
Before we hear the lessons for today, I want to just provide a little bit of a frame. We have both an Old Testament lesson and a New Testament lesson before hearing the gospel. And our reading from 1 Kings recounts the unfaithful behavior by Israel's leaders. And it climaxes with King Ahab, marrying Jezebel and worshiping Baal. You see, idolatry is the fundamental violation of the covenant. Elijah, who we hear, is the agent of God's judgment. And in the chapter before what we're hearing now, has invoked a curse upon the land through God's command, that there will be a drought. The message is clear. The exile is God's punishment for Israel's practicing idolatry. Now, the woman that we hear of in the story today, the women in Israel country differ in one important respect. The woman in the story today is a Gentile. The story takes place outside of Israel in Zarephath, located on the coast of the Mediterranean Sea. And it is a center for the worship of Baal. And you see, the widow in the story today is living in poverty, and her survival is threatened, as with any widow of that time. And so her identity is tied to a man. And the only man left in her life is her son, who has died. So she is now pushed to the very edges, the margins of society. And she is a person with no resources, no identity. And her situation is an echo of what Israel, the country, is experiencing. It is greatly diminished. Its security and its identity are threatened. When this story would have been retold and retold at that time, the people of Israel would have recognized the echo. Maybe we, too, can hear the echo in our lives today in the North American Christian church. Maybe it's not such a far-fetched situation for us. This story reminds Israel and us not only of the absolute sovereignty of God over all peoples, but you see, it reminds us of God's will and desire to want to bless people, including idolaters. Awesome God. And in Galatians reading that you'll